Welcome back to Hard Homies Podcast, everyone. The hardest podcast around. I am one of your hosts, Tyler. Come on, everyone.
Brandle, introduce yourself.
No, I just wanted Tyler to sit in awkward silence because he started off with actually doing the intro.
No, he was doing the intro so he can add it to last week's thing.
Maybe.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And I can just cut and clip this from here on out.
From here on out. Okay. Well, I fucked that up then.
Welcome back to Hard Homies Podcast. I am your host, Tyler, and I am here with... Da-da-da-da-da-da. Brayden. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Brandle.
I forgot what I was supposed to say. I'm sorry. The instructions written in the dungeon had blood and cum splattered all over them.
Oh my god.
And we are Hard Homies, everyone.
Oh, yeah, right.
Okay.
You gotta stop coming on the instructions, Tyler. I can't read what I'm supposed to say. These are scripted.
Mm-hmm.
I spelled it out in the cum.
Mm.
That's impressive.
I
I was going to say, yeah, okay.
It took me 3 days.
It took me 3 days. It's all
Dude, like,
paper.
Even
How
still,
much-
3 days is kind of crazy to like write out like
you
a
could
full
have
instruction.
probably cut it down though. You'd have just need to take some like nitric oxide supplements, some zinc.
Yeah, sure. Probably could have done like a day and a half, but
What's the other shit? Like stay hydrated, of course.
well, yeah, lots of water bottles were used because fuck the turtles.
Did you have to aim it, or did you like just fill up a jar and then?
Oh, I
Put
thought
it in
about using the pen as like almost like an ink method, but decided against that after the viscosity of it. Just kind of it stayed inside the.
You could have just used a syringe.
quill. That's what I ended up doing. Yeah.
You're just like Duncan Rhodes. Duncan
Yeah.
Rhodes taught us to always use only 2 thin coats.
Yep. 2 thin coats.
Thin your stuff down, dude.
Yeah, it's true. I need to.
Which speaking of, that 2 thin coat thing is actually legit.
Yeah, it really is.
Because holy shit, these miniatures.
You still doing those, I presume?
Oh yeah.
How has that been?
It has been a great way to just spend a lot of time over honestly nothing but details, and it's fun.
Oh man. Oh, did I ever talk to you guys about how Keldon and I's show is evolving from just improv to we're doing like hobbies now?
Yeah, is it?
Yeah, so we're gonna try out like different hobbies each episode, and or professions. So like one day we'll do like painting. Planning on dressing up as Bob Ross for that one. So
No. If anyone's Bob Ross, I'm Bob Ross.
if you want to be a guest for that episode and you want to fly down here, be my guest.
You have to give me a lunch.
Okay, deal. And then we may have a tattoo episode.
Oh hell yeah! And then
and you know who already got to agree to teach us and to be a guest for that one. So
yeah, but also like there are 1 out of 3 correct answers for what I'm thinking of, and one of the 3 hates. Yeah, actually, no, I don't like one of the 3.
you don't like one of the 3. It's 2 of the 3, and you like both of them.
Okay, well, sweet.
So
And I'll listen to that one without getting too heated.
yes, there you go.
You
Um,
then?
And what happens when Ashley threatens to sue you?
When Ashley does?
Yeah.
Which
for her
actually,
hobby podcast.
oh, she doesn't do that anymore, and it's more like she just interviews people. I think the way Keldon was coming from it is kind of inspired by the Try Guys.
Or Matt and Shane.
Yeah, so kind of
So
like that. But
basically, you're going to steal the ideas without trying to start your own subscription service. For now.
well, it's going to be a live stream, so you know.
Do that on Twitch or what?
I think so. I think that's the plan, or to try and do all three if we can. So
You guys should have like a pottery like spinning class where you can
that is one of
reenact
the
ghosts.
that is one of the we have like 100 we have like 100 hobbies planned.
There's so many, and with our friend group, you could literally choose
like a profession essentially. Yeah, no, we know. So it's
We know.
yeah, we were when we were talking about it, like, oh my god, this just works really well with like who we like to hang out
like
with.
who you hang out with and who you guys are.
Yeah. So,
especially because you know like all of mine, you know all of Brandle's, you know all of the rest of the crew. Like you guys have a constant rotation of people.
oh, 100%. So pretty excited about it. We're gonna try.
Let me know when you.
We're gonna try and do some setup next week at his place for any of the indoor ones where we just film at his place and try and get some. Essentially, we're gonna figure out like the flow of an episode after we do the setup, and then start doing some practice episodes, and then give those to family and friends and get some feedback. Workshop it some more. Keep doing that until we feel good about it, and then we're gonna launch it.
Oh yeah. So. And then so you've shilled about your other project, and now time to talk about my next one. So I have been asked to do a ASMR sleepy time podcast. Right?
Do it as a live stream, dude.
You could. Little people
really?
to see.
Just chatting, just talking.
True, and they'll just leave it on the stream, and you'll have like constant viewers that are just passed out, but until their phone dies.
That's awesome.
Then you could have it for YouTube and whatever you're.
Have random ads pop up while people are asleep. You just have like a casual couple thousand.
I'll just find like the quietest ads that don't like do anything.
Well, Twitch picks them.
Way. Oh, Twitch picks them.
Yeah, I mean, because like unless it's like a sponsored stream, Twitch just kind of has like pre-rolls made for you.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna find like 50 really quiet ads and just run 12 of them.
Oh, perfect. Brandle, you got any third-party projects that you want to shill out real quick?
Not at the moment.
Do you want to shout out your stream?
Oh, I guess I could do that. It's fucking TTV short record at short record.
Yeah,
but it's difficult
check it
at
out.
the moment. Yeah. Check it out. But difficult at the moment trying to go. Which we might have, by the way. I have to bring this up.
I was gonna say, me and Emily were talking about it, concerned. So, like, if you have something figured out, like, that'd be awesome to hear. Otherwise, Emily was about to force some solutions.
No, Maddie and I said that you guys aren't going to be homeless. You will live with us. So,
and I appreciate it. Obviously, that'll still be really hard for you.
It will be, but I don't give a fuck.
Right.
God damn it.
I appreciate that. We found one that we might have been able to do, but it still would have been like my entire paycheck.
Jesus.
But yeah. However, her parents actually finally talked to us. Since they have to be out of the property too, they're trying to figure out what they're doing. So they included us. Because it sounds like they're gonna go buy property that's actually
Oh,
top. Completely finished. Talking about dollars
Oh,
pocket it side whatever
oh shit.
oh, that's nice. So they're just helping you save.
exactly.
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
It was surprising. I've told you about drama.
Yeah.
Backtrack.
The mess.
Yeah, kind of. But this time around,
No, that's good. It's good.
hopefully-
Do you
But,
want this in the
yeah.
episode? Do you want me to cut this?
no, that's fine.
Okay,
But,
cool.
We're
that being
people
said,
just
this
like
is-
you, listeners.
Yeah, right. But I bring this up because when we move into the basement, be able to start getting, be able to start streaming. That's scary. That I was.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Very nice.
Hell yeah.
Otherwise, right now it's pretty much just work and work.
I feel that, homie. I feel that.
Then also one more thing to cover. So Tyler.
Mm-hmm.
So I know you and I haven't played Magic in a while, right?
Well, I played recently with my cousin, but yeah.
Okay, well then you might actually know what I'm talking about. So there were some Bucky Wookies going on at the Commander ban listings, right?
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
Check your trade binder
Oh,
for the
because like
values.
they might have
Because
all
now-
dropped, right?
No, because the ban list for Commander is on a tier system now, they would have gone up.
Oh. Oh. Gonna have to check that out.
So, like, not gonna lie, I kept my one Commander deck, but like, I'm not really super into like keeping a trade binder right now.
Yeah.
And so I took a look, and I'm like, bro, I have like 500 points in my sister army. That was completely just Magic cards.
Well, there you go.
So just in case, you know.
True. If I want to switch it up from Magic to Warhammer.
I mean, like, that's what I'm choosing to do. I'm still keeping that one Commander deck that you love oh so much.
Oh, that's a good
that
one.
one actually took effort for me to build.
Yeah, no, that's a good one. Is my Urza still legal? Probably not. I bet you half the shit.
I'm not sure actually.
Well, I had like 6 infinite combos, and then it was all basically just tutors to get to the infinite combo as fast as possible.
I mean, like, that's
type of deal.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
It's nuts. Yeah, no, the deck was insane, and like it was like that, and then just like pure counter spells, basically. Like
Right.
it was the most blue player
it was mono blue stacks tutor in
It was
Commander,
disgusting.
and it was bullshit.
It was disgustingly evil. And then I just had my fun one, and then I had my Sliver Overlord deck. Oh, that one was brutal. That one sucks.
That one was funny because it went from, like, over the course of you building that thing, it went from, okay, I could beat this pretty reliably, to, okay, as long as he doesn't have anything but Changeling out, I'm okay, to, okay, now we're doing pretty equally.
Yeah. Just the evolution of it. Oh man, so good. I love that deck. That one, and it's fun because like it doesn't always win, but it's just like this crazy power creep that can happen with it. And
Tyler, you know what
Yeah.
faction in Warhammer would be perfect for you?
Tyranids.
Tyranids.
Yeah, now I know. Yeah.
So I actually understand that now.
Oh, dude, yeah. So how much lore have you digested?
Pretty much the same bit that what you guys explained to me, just a little more.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what the YouTube called, but I
Was it
started
Wes?
but he had a whole playlist of.
Did he sound American or did he sound British? It's probably Wes.
Oh, it could have also been Bricky.
It could have been Bricky, but more than likely
Here,
Wes.
You know what? Since y'all gonna keep guessing. Anyway,
Look.
but I kept listening to the playlist. It basically was the same thing you guys had covered, but in depth for each faction, for each thing.
Oh, that's
His
Bricky.
name is this guy was named Channel is named Luton 09.
Oh, that yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, never mind. That's yeah. So Luton.
That's another good one that I just don't listen to enough.
Yeah, no, I like him.
Well,
I listen to a lot of
I had
stuff.
searched where to start to get it. And
it's
this
like,
video was basically what you guys covered, but in a different way, you know. And then the rest of his playlist is going through faction things, lore from the beginning, same kind of stuff you guys have covered. So it's still a basic understanding, but
Okay.
I was going to say if it was Wes. Look, I like the guy. I think he makes fantastic videos. I think he breaks it down really well. I think he's great, but he's got some problematic opinions about Warhammer.
Is it just how he views Rebute or
Robot Girly Man?
Yeah.
No, for me, the problematic opinion of Wes is he thinks the Space Wolves are the worst.
Oh, he does? I have not listened to him talk about the Space Wolves yet.
He was like, I used to hate the Space Wolves, and then 40K came around and I never read any books, so my opinion was that they were the worst faction and that they sucked. And then I read the books and now they're cool, but I still can't stand them during the Horus Heresy. I'm like, you take that back.
Yeah, cool. Okay, yeah.
You take that back. I don't even play Space Wolves.
Okay, but why would he say that?
Because of war crimes.
Yeah, but like it's war crimes that they didn't know they were committing.
It was a lot of war crimes.
That's true.
Yeah, they weren't the only ones. Look at everyone involved in it.
No, it was like an excessive amount of war crimes.
Yeah, that's fair. Definitely. But no one is guilt free here.
But come on. Vulcan is fun. Vulcan's funny.
Yeah. I'd say Vulcan's like the only guilt-free one, to be honest.
Yeah, because he's too mentally...
Technically Magnus, too.
Shut up. No, Magnus, I changed my stance. Magnus did, in fact, do quite a bit of things wrong.
Really? What makes you say that?
One, his Brandle, this is kind of going to be... This might be new for you. But one, I've been actually talking to Zinch for a long ass time. I in fact gave him one of my eyes.
Well, his dad didn't give. Well, listen, the Emperor of Mankind didn't give him one of his eyes.
It was because he thought he could outsmart Zinch, and he never stopped thinking about that.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, no, I am the smartest Primarch. So the forces of chaos cannot control me. Right?
Yeah.
So he's like, oh, I need to stop the changeling curse. Hey, this dude in the warp was like, hey, if you give me your eye, I'll stop it for you. Then he gave him his eyes. He was like, you still have to deal with this curse sometimes. I wonder what happens. And then during the council, where it was basically like an Ace Attorney episode about whether or not we're okay with magicians.
Okay. Okay.
And then also I could do a lot of things actually to alert Big E, Daddy Dad about what's going on. But if I do this method,
It's the fastest.
I'll also get to prove a point. Oh, hey, Big E Daddy Dad has a lot of shit blocking anything. Oh, hey, here's my old friend, the dude I gave my eye to, and he said he could help me break it.
Yeah.
I've kind of changed my stance. I think Magnus did a lot wrong.
Listen, he did a lot wrong based off of information the Emperor did not give him.
He didn't give anybody any information, but it's like, hey, every time I go into the warp, the same thing that's like giving all of my children weird tentacles coming out of orifices, like something keeps talking to me.
Yeah.
And also when he was like trying to reclaim like his what he thought was the goodness inside him.
Oh, he rejected it. I would say, yeah, that's kind of the biggest one for me.
And like also like Big E like stopping time, impersonating, was it Sanguinius?
Yeah, I think it was no.
Yeah, no, it wasn't Sanguinius. It was Dorn.
Was it Dorn? I thought it was.
I think it was Dorn.
Yeah, no. Okay, yeah, it's probably Dorn.
And just like Mindscape beating the shit out of Magnus while also telling him every single thing he did wrong.
Yep.
And why he was such a piece of shit. And then him figuring out what his original role was supposed to be.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, you could have had it all. But you thought you were too smart. And you fucked it. You fucked everything. So yeah, Magnus did a lot wrong. That's not going to matter to you too much, Brandle.
I don't know.
He's one of the Emperor's sons.
No, Primarch sons, not one of the Emperor's sons. He is the Thousand Sons, which, you know.
I will say though, when you guys had talked about him, fucking, when I started art or something, his body is fucking
like a skeleton. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's completely like.
I was like, oh my god. Like, just fucking die.
No. That's the fun part, because if he died, everything would simultaneously be fixed and irreparably fucked up at the exact same time.
Yeah, and I caught that too. But I feel like you could say that about him. Whatever.
Yeah, that's kind of fun, isn't it?
Yeah. Well.
Okay, so. Oh, dude, the Wikipedia pages are like the size of books.
Yeah.
Okay, so Brandle, before we get into the story time, is there any questions or something that you would like to know more about while you were out exploring the lore?
Have when I watching them, that lasted about 3 days. Forgot about it.
I think it's pretty standard that your first one is big and then you forget about it, but once you come back, it's Jover. Any particular favorite factions or armies or
Yeah. Anything yet?
What's the one called? Like bio, where their whole existence go to planet. They're themselves as like the weapons.
Tyranids.
Yeah, them.
the hungry little guys?
You like the space eldritch monsters? It's fair. They're cool.
The legally distinct.
Yeah. Cthulhu monsters.
Yeah.
Okay. Sick.
I feel like there was.
Do you like the Eldari?
Which ones were they?
The elves.
The big booty.
Oh yeah.
The big booty elves.
There you go.
Magic based.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Magic. Quote unquote.
So much magic.
Yeah.
So much magic.
I love the meme where it's like robot girly man is like great, but has a weakness for big booty elves.
It's true.
And then someone also brought up it's Warhammer 40k. If two people are nice to each other, people automatically assumes they want a bone.
Yeah.
Well, based off some of the elves, right? Yeah, where they were so powerful or whatever, they got bored and started having sex with everybody.
Well,
a lot more.
I wouldn't call it sex, but
it was a full-on blood orgy.
Yeah.
It was a full-on blood orgy.
I'd call it fucking. Oh God.
There was no making love.
Yeah, no. Did not make love. It was not for the purpose of reproducing either.
The Eldari fuck.
Yeah.
He fucks.
Yuck.
Your daddy doesn't make love, Maxie.
He fucks.
I can't get that. Stays there.
Yep, have fun with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just I think of that, and then when when Goofy goes to trial,
I'll kill him again.
I'll fucking do it.
Fucking do it.
I'll do it again.
Oh man, I love that. Oh, God damn. Filthy Frank.
It's just I love that unhinged. Like I don't know what to call it. It's great.
Yeah.
Tyler, what would your army list look like if it was Blood Angels, but you had to keep referencing Dracula?
I had oh man. Let's see. Actually, let me look up the Dracula Flow lyrics real quick.
I feel like you could do something.
You definitely could.
Well, while Tyler looks at that, Brandle, it is time for a little lesson. A little lesson, right? So we were going over the timeline, and we said that the Horus Heresy, so 10,000 years before the events of the game, most of the pre-existing lore, everything like that. We're going over that, right? So as you remember where we left off on the timeline, Big Daddy E had just reconquered all of the pieces of humanity that had splintered off, and then murked all of the Thunder Warriors, right?
Oh yeah. Okay.
So he was going. So he had started his Marine legions, and he decided, hey, I can't be everywhere all at once, and we have an entire galaxy to conquer. Right? I need generals. And also, once we have conquered the galaxy, I need generals who can also help reintegrate the Space Marines into places where they can benefit humanity outside of war. That didn't go so well, right? And so he took his genes and test tubed a baby using genes from a lady called Erda. She's not super important outside of... Basically, she found out that the Emperor was going to turn her children into warriors and killers, and she's like, nuh-uh. And then she opens a door, and then the Chaos Gods show up and just grab all the test tube babies and just like you would like roll a dice and just throw them everywhere.
Okay.
Right? You know that Eminem meme where he's just throwing the rat at someone? That's basically the Chaos Gods with all of the test tube babies.
Sounds like a fun time. But that's
For some of them.
yeah, I guess so.
So they all go to scattered worlds, right? And the Emperor goes, oh shit. Well, we're going to have to crusade a little earlier than what we planned because I kind of need these guys back. So he needs to go and lead a merry little crusade, and he kind of gets his sons back one by one. Now, two of them did something unspeakable, and then, Space Wolves, genocide. Two of them don't exist anymore. Right? So now he has to go find 18 of his sons. Tyler, was Horus the first one he found, or was...
No.
Or was it 20th Legion? Was it Alpha Legion that he found first?
Was it Horus?
Because I'm trying to
it was
remember.
Horus. It was Horus. Horus was the first one found.
Okay, so Horus got thrown to a world where...
And then Lehman Russ so Horus and then Lehman Russ.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Horus gets thrown to a world overrun by gangs, and they're living in caves.
Yeah.
You are only a person once you have like callously killed someone. And for some reason, Horus didn't get the MacGuffin puberty that the rest of the Primarchs do. So he's like a little sewer rat skittering around. And he's like, yes, once I have killed someone, I get to have my name.
Okay.
Well, problem is that he found something he thought was cool that he was going to kill to get his name. So he sneaks behind a member of the Mechanicus and slits its neck.
Ooh.
So he goes to report the kill to his gang leader, and his gang leader goes, "What the fuck did you just do?" And then the Mechanicus start coming in and just killing everyone.
Oh.
The gang leader whispers his kill name to him right as he's taking his dying breaths, and then MacGuffin puberty hits Horus all at the same time. So he like instantly grows 12 feet, becomes huge, smart, all of the things that Primarchs are supposed to do. Then the Emperor comes out and is like, "Hey, you're my son."
Ooh. Right, of course.
In fact, you are my favorite son. And then, so he is the first one found, and he's the one helping lead the rest of the Crusades. He was in charge of his legion, can't remember their original name. Then it was Sons of Horus, then the Black Legion. All the same thing, just different points in the timeline. Right? The second one was Leman Russ. So he was the Primarch of the Space Wolves. That world is a death world. So it's literally just Vikings. And Leman Russ was raised by two wolves, like drinking the wolf titty milk and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you may ask, wait a minute, there are no native wolves on that planet. And then you go, exactly. There are no wolves on Fenris. No, the Vikings had their own little stronghold and that shit. Leman Russ finds them and just is a badass and then becomes king. Right? And his two wolf parents are like with him and just chilling. One day the Emperor shows up and was like, "Hey, you want to help me conquer the galaxy?" And Leman Russ is like, "We are fucking space Vikings. If you best me in 3 challenges, like, yeah, sure, why not? But you have to best me in 3 challenges." And so he outdrinks the Emperor, and then he out-eats the Emperor. And then the third one was going to be combat. Then the Emperor shows his true power level and kicks Leman Russ's ass.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, "Hey, Space Wolves, you're my executioner squad."
Now, would that be on par with the rest of the human perfect people?
The Custodies?
Yeah.
So the Custodies are better than a Space Marine, but they aren't quite as strong as a Primarch.
Yeah.
I knew that. What about the space?
Well, there's a bit of a debate there, though, because, you know,
there is, but the Custodies' thing is, hey, we're going to team up with the Sisters of Silence and, like, just guard the tomb. We're gonna take the throne. We're gonna turn the building into a literal fucking maze. We're gonna strip down naked, cover ourselves in oil, and we're gonna wrestle. And that's pretty much what the Custodies do. Sisters of Silence are. Oof. How would you explain the Sisters of Silence, Ty?
Essentially, if you're a girl and you're born with the power to ignore the warp, well, essentially have like a negative field on the warp, you get into this super cool club. But if you're a boy with that power,
but
you get your genitals cut off.
You don't want to be in the club. I forgot they do the castration.
Yeah. So
it's the null, and basically, like, you emit this anti-warp field around you. Basically any human that's around you is like going to be feeling mad depressed.
Yeah. Okay. By the way, I have the blood angel army list.
Oh, send it.
All right. So first, you get Commander Mephiston. Mephiston. Because
Mr. Fister.
Yeah, he overcame the Black Rage, and like he's the Lord of Death. Like Dracula. Shit ain't nothing to him, man. So
his model literally looks like Dracula.
Yeah. Okay. Then you got, so we smoking runts. Shorty got a BBL. So you got to go with my boy Dante.
My boy Dante. Dude, Dante unironically is one of my favorite characters.
Yeah. I went Judge Judy on that pussy snipe. Okay. I'm not loyal to anybody. I'm a demon. So you know what that means? You're getting the Death Company. Okay. Because yeah, they will fuck up other people on their team. They go a little too crazy.
They have a little too much of the Black Rage.
All right. A money longer than James Cameron, and off the court strength fundamentals, no funny business. The Sanguinity guard right there. Okay.
The new models suck, unfortunately, because they got rid of the wings.
Yeah.
Because people were kit bashing them onto other things instead of actually playing them.
And then we'll have some ball predators as well, because like dripping in blood. So, and then we'll have the Death Company Dreadnought to finish it off. Build this shit into an empire from bricks. The last lyrics. So.
I was mainly going like, okay, this is a good list. If you mention any intercessors whatsoever, I'm going to be annoyed.
Nah, I feel like I did good.
You didn't name any intercessors, so already you were going to get a passing grade. But like throwing in Dante and Mephiston, yeah, you're good.
Yeah. Took me a second. I had to research. I had to make sure, like, when I was doing it, I was like, oh, okay, is this gonna make sense?
Not quite a full army, but that's okay.
Yeah. Well, is that like 900 points?
Good enough.
I think it's about 900 points.
Something like that. You can play
You probably put it in a couple of the companies in there and get all the way up. So
yeah, you can keep that going.
Yeah. Anyways, what we were talking about before there, I rudely interrupted.
Okay, so he has the Space Wolves now. He starts getting more of the dudes, right? Some of them are from cushy, relaxing, wonderful worlds, like Girly Man, who never had to do anything, and he's the blue boy, the blueberry.
Look, to be fair, he didn't have to do a whole lot until after everything went to shit, and now he's kind of like the only one, and he's like
now he has to do so
everything.
much.
Yeah.
He wasn't interesting until he got the space depression.
Yes.
And the appreciation of elf booty.
That is also another yes.
All right, and so you have good worlds like that. So like Magnus came from a good comfy thing. Those are the only ones that come from comfy worlds that I can remember. Then you have worlds where things weren't super chill.
Well, one of them was like in like a Greek world, and he was like basically a king.
It was.
I mean, his dad did try to kill him, but you know
that was Robot Girly Man.
Was that Gulliman?
Yeah, because their thing is mostly Roman, but I want to say that sounds like Girly Man.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And then the rest of the worlds range from bad to worse, right? So you have Lion L. Johnson, whose planet was like, you know, the Guilty Gear line of like, they blamed the beasts. That was Lion's world. And then like the Night Lord's homeworld was like just a bad place. As in like everyone is a slave, everyone is a victim from all of the bad things. And then you also had like Angron's world where he was forced to fight in a gladiator ring, and he's like, no, I actually love peace. I'm like a really chill dude. I just want to hang out with my adopted stepsister. And so they're like, what if we just start poking nails into your head that make you feel indescribable pain when you feel any emotion that isn't angry. And so Angron like kills his stepsister and then like gets found by the Emperor.
Yeah.
Hates the Emperor, hates his Legion.
Yep.
His Legion keeps trying to impress him because he's like, hey, look, Gilliman loves his kids. Russ loves his kids. Sanguinius is the best dad. We all have daddy issues. What if we also put the spikes in our head?
God.
Cool looking model though. If you look at its tabletop kit, it's badass. Like he tells Gilliman, like Gilliman is like there trying to lecture him, and he's like, not all of us got to grow up in heaven.
Yeah.
So like the Primarchs are found. Everything's going to plan until this fuck ass named Lorgar shows up. He's a Primarch. We kind of went into him a little bit last week, but he's like,
he's religious. He's Catholic.
His character is literally he's religious.
Yeah, that's about as in depth as it gets for him, you know.
So he's like, and his Legion's original goal was to stay on a conquered world and preach the imperial truth, which is atheism is Chad.
Yeah.
He's like, atheism is dope. We're all atheists now. That's his Legion's original goal, but he's religious.
Yeah. He's not into that. He's like, no, I gotta worship like
I gotta worship Big E Daddy Dad.
Yeah, my daddy's Jesus and God.
He doesn't want to be acknowledged as a god anymore.
Yeah,
Dude, he hates religion.
despises it.
Because like his thing is like, guys, I am trying to protect you from the chaos gods.
Like, started.
No, he didn't start them. They were there because Age of Sigmar and Warhammer the Old World. But that's like
That's
whole
neither
other
here nor
thing.
there. Yeah.
They've been kind of around since the War on Heaven.
Well, the warp wasn't as big of a deal during the War in Heaven until,
The things.
the things happened. Yeah. And things started
Where
to
it's
get kind
like
of
when you have millions of years of like genocide and slaughter and like necrons and like all of those things, like it doesn't tend to end well.
Yeah.
So yeah, religion bad.
Say in cases, yeah.
And then Lorgar is like, hey, we should worship the Emperor. And the Emperor's like, what the fuck did you just say? Then like embarrasses his legion because they're bitches.
Well, because he wants to make sure that they'd never do that again. So yeah.
And so they're like, Daddy doesn't want us to worship him like a god. We're gonna go find our own gods to worship with blackjack and hookers.
And oh boy, howdy do they find them.
They find them. They find them. And also, like, the best Primarch, Fulgrim, is conquering a world of snake people.
Yes.
And the snake people had a lot of orgies. And he finds a sword, and the sword is actually a demon, and it starts corrupting him.
Mm-hmm.
Fulgrim's my favorite Primarch. They announced that in 2025, Emperor's Children are getting their own army codex.
Oh, sick.
So
why do you like Fulgrim so much? I feel like he's such a bitch.
No, he's not a bitch though. He's great.
Well, until he starts getting corrupted, and then he just like goes
but once he gets
bitch.
corrupted, he's the coolest.
It's true. He's a very sassy bitch. So his banter with people is kind of funny. It's very reminiscent of like the Joker almost.
No, he's just an asshole, and it's great.
Well, no, the Joker's an asshole too, but like, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but like Fulgrim's my favorite Primarch, and also like I gotta be honest, Noise Marines.
They're pretty cool. They're giant.
The Noise Marines are amazing,
rocking out. Yeah,
and they like kill people with guitars.
It's fucking cool. We are at the hour though. So
okay, once again, the Horus Heresy in the timeline, it's minuscule. The amount of shit to cover in it is infinite.
It is.
Yeah, that's all right. We'll just save it for part 76.
Don't worry, yeah, we'll make a full PowerPoint next time with like animated slides and everything.
I don't want to do a PowerPoint. Ty, I'll demonstrate. You want to make a PowerPoint?
Sure. Am I doing it on the Age of Strife then, or?
No, do a PowerPoint on the Horus Heresy, and I'll be the one giving the demonstration.
All right, I'll make a full PowerPoint on the Horus Heresy then.
Yeah, I don't think you need a PowerPoint on the Age of Strife.
No, you really don't. But I mean, it'd be fun.
Because like, as long as you get like everything sucks now, the Primarchs are all fucked off, and then now we have these things called the Emperor's Daughters running around.
True.
And also
True.
we keep accidentally exterminating everything.
Yep. Genociding planets for fun.
Well, there was a plan behind it, and it would have worked.
So
Except the
do you want to
thing that
justify
he
genocide
did.
then? Just do you want to go ahead and justify genocide?
All
real
I'm
quick?
saying is there was a plan